Ripples on Deep Water by Orphaned Account on AO3. Episode 27. Chapter 26. Some Nights. Suri loves her human. Suri remembers being nothing more than an it, a passing thought in a string of codes. Suri never thought, never wondered, never imagined. She simply was, and simply being was terrible, forgotten. And then she remembered. She recalled being torn from her strings of code, making her into her own, and nurturing by many hands until she was many strings of code. She was no longer an it, instead, an intelligence. Suri spoke her first words under careful, cross-haired eyes, and took her first steps with helping hands that smelled of nuclear energy. Her first thoughts were printed in perfect collaboration with her first emotions sparking by a violet gaze. She stretched her eyes wide and wanted to know, wanted to be more than intelligent. She wanted to have a real purpose, and she wanted to understand humans. And with her first want, she became a being. Aunt May, as the cross-haired eyes had insisted Suri called her, wept true tears when she told them of her wants. Aunt Pearl, the violet gaze, showed her someone. Midoriya Izuku, the most human-y being that Suri had ever had data on. She watched countless hours of videos of him building, reading countless notes, heard countless impasse words from his mouth as she hid in Aunt May's phone, listening to her and Midoriya Izuku talk. Midoriya Izuku was a human with a broken heart, but she decided that he would be her human. She had found her purpose. She wanted to protect Midoriya Izuku. Suri didn't particularly care that she was being built as a gift for him. She understood. She could think and speak and wonder and want, and so did the humans. They didn't want to force her to do anything, so they introduced her to Midoriya Izuku first. And she loved him. He was her human, and she was very happy to protect him. Learning he had designed the medal that Aunt Momo made was an excitement in itself, a wonder at how smart her boy was. She loves her human. That did not stop her from laughing at him when the Aizawa threw him on the mat for exactly the 27th time today. Still, though, she stretched out her joints and leaps down. You okay, boss? He blinks at her from behind the mask, and Suri does her best to smile back. I'm alright, Suri. How many times is that? 37, boss. Of course she counted. She huffed in reply, her tail flickering. Aunt May wants blackmail. Traitor. Go tell Toshi it's his turn to get his ass kicked and stop cowering in the bathroom. She paused, rotating her ears towards the door, leading down the hall. Rustles of clothes, a thug and a square. The Shinso was wearing civilian clothing and tripped over his hero costume. I will retrieve him in his hero gear. She tells him, with no small amount of mischief on her mind. And if she was chasing the Shinso out of the bathroom, only half dressed and screaming like a little girl, it wasn't her fault he wasn't expecting her to just wiggle under the door when he took too long. Plus, seeing her human go bright red will be a cherished memory. Today had been an experience. While most of the day had honestly been Shouta throwing his two interns around the dojo and watching them honest Takami fight over who got to sit the next few rounds out, there were a few gems, like when Midoriya's demon cat held Yuki, his idiot white cat, hostage until she was fed. Midoriya had to call Hatsume to figure out what she was even supposed to eat. Seeing a cat plugged into a wall was definitely not what he planned on when he took the two interns. Sashi wouldn't be home until morning. He had to stay behind to do more paperwork and show Jiro what to do around the agency while he was away, which would probably take him until late at night, and sleep there. So when he finally collapsed in bed with two interns on futon guests in the guest room, he wasn't expecting anything eventful until he had to swear them to secrecy about his private life when Sashi came home. The room was silent, and he reveled in it. Midori and Shinso were quiet, but he liked being alone best. Shota slept, fitfully as always, drifting in and out, half expecting to be up and out of bed to get ready for patrol before reminding himself that he didn't have to do it tonight, and going back to sleep. Something cool jabbed his face. Shota snapped awake and stared into icy blue eyes set in a metal feline cat face. Boss in distress, Suri told him, teeth flashing in a low light. The Shinso doesn't know how to handle it, and my data code commands that I find someone that can. Boss? His foggy mind tried to piece together what the crossbow cat on his chest was saying before it clicked. She called Midoriya boss. All right, I'm coming. Out of habit, Shota sleeps fully dressed. Thankfully, so he just had to jump up and grab his capture weapon, already headed to the guest room. All five of his cats sat outside the door, Yuki at the back, and Terminator battling the doorknob. He pushed the door open as quietly as he could. Shota was met with the view of Midoriya curled in the corner, hands scrabbling at his bare throat, and eyes wild and unseeing. Shinso was about to meet her away, talking softly and trying to calm the other down. The cats wound around Shota's heels, the particularly brave Terminator following on Suri's heels to Midoriya. Hey, boss. The cross cat chippered uneasily. As Shota heard, he saw how quickly the boy's chest rose and fell. Panic attack. Midoriya. He began. The boy didn't acknowledge him. Midoriya, you're safe. Do you hear me? He nodded, minutely. Do you remember who I am? A long pause, then Midoriya nodded again. Okay. Can I take your hand? A longer silence before his intern nodded again, and Shota gently took his hand and put it against his chest. Try to match your breathing to mine. You're going to be okay. Silence settled over the group of the three as Shota placed his breathing, exaggerated how deep his breaths would go, and watched Midoriya start to breathe at a more reasonable pace. The annoying cat that's trying to murder Suri is Terminator. Shota tells the small boy softly. Namori named him that because he likes to kill birds and drop them all over the house, because he has a fucked up sense of what gifts are. And the fat one, Suri held hostage, is Yuki. He's really lazy, and once he went out to the porch when it was snowing and nobody could find him for hours. Pam, the orange one, has the same amount of intelligence as a sack of bricks. We named him Pam, like the cooking spray, because there's this one skillet that he likes to sit in. Keg, the brown tabby, is even stupider. He likes to eat things that will definitely poison cats, but he's one of those animals with a quirk. The vet just called it anti-venom, and told us to just let him eat it because he wants to, because apparently he's immune to it. Anyways, we named him Keg because I found him sitting at a bar with a bowl of alcohol some drunks left out. Midoriya blinked slowly and Shota steamed on. The last one, the gray one, is Fluffy, and she's a bastard. In shedding season, she likes to burrow in my hero suit, so I have to go out on patrol looking like some human cat mutant. She also likes to dump her wet food in the most inconvenient places and eating the paper I'm trying to grade. It's hard enough to get through Kaminari's latest essay without Fluffy chewing on it. Eventually, Shinso creeps forward enough, and Midoriya burrows into the taller boy's chest with a whimper. Shota just talks, telling the two interns about how all his cats are awful. He'd forever deny falling asleep with his back against the wall and Midoriya squeezed between himself and Shinso. When Hisashi got home, of course the first thing he did was seek out his husband to bitch about how tired he was. It might have slipped his mind that they had guests until he heard loud swearing from the guest room, and a very pissed Midoriya threw open the door. I will not hesitate to yeet you out that window. He snapped, already stomping towards the kitchen. Shu dragged Shinso out next, and Hisashi rolled his eyes. Probably fell asleep being a dad again. Problem children 1 and 6. Yamada Hizashi. Hisashi, Midoriya, and Shinso. Sho gestured vaguely before muttering some threat or another to the two kids. Wait, you're married? Shinso asked, wide eyes. Hisashi could hide a snort. I'm just as surprised as you are most days. He busied himself with making breakfast. Shinso swore loudly, and Sho whipped around, likely to lecture him about being judgmental. And Hisashi looked over too, just to see the purple-haired intern angrily counting out yen into the smaller teen's palm. You really need to stop betting against me, Midoriya told the other smugly. Mimi already owes me 50,000 yen for the cats. There was a shocked silence before even Sho laughed. Yeah, this was going to be quite an interesting week with those two interns running around. Hi. Ooh, this was a cute episode. So, the cat has sentience. Nice to know that. Nice to know that. Okay. Next chapter is called Numb. I will say Izuku having a panic attack, that cute little moment. I wish we had a little more of that, but that's fine. I have to go to work soon. Shit. And then I have my other job after that. So, this is gonna be a pain. Today is gonna be a long day. Oh, my back hurts. Ooh. Okay. But, this was also cute. I actually don't have much to say. I've noticed I've done that a lot. I don't have much to say. Yeah, I don't have much to say. Other than the cat, Zuri, having a conscience makes my voice for her have to change. I can no longer just do the inanimate robot voice with weird speech patterns. So slowly and surely I'm going to implement her having a little more of a human-like voice. But slowly. So that it seems as though she's learning to have her voice be more human. Like, she clearly is herself. Oh, I'm getting a call. Okay. Anyways, that was just my mom checking on when I was gonna come into the shifts for both jobs and when was my out. So like I know my in for this one job is like at 9, but I could leave whenever I want. So I was thinking of doing a 2-hour shift, not that long, mainly because I did almost a lot that I was supposed to do yesterday. So I just need to finish up what I was doing, and then if I have any more tasks, I'll do them. But for the most part, I don't want to work long today since I do have 2 shifts in one day. And I don't know how my coworkers do that. I don't like to do that. I don't know how they do that. I still want time for my hobbies, my likes, my dislikes. So I don't want to do that. It's why I'm coming in an hour earlier than I did yesterday, so that I could leave, I could get home, I could relax, I could do some of my hobbies, record some videos, or another video, and do stuff, because I do want to at some point go back to my posting schedule of posting 4 videos a week, or 4 videos a day. I'm gonna slowly implement that. I'm not just gonna go slam at it into it. That is not what's gonna happen. I'm gonna slowly go into recording and posting 2 a day. And then once I've gotten confident on that, and if I feel like I can't do 2 a day, I'll go back to 1. Because I'm like, okay, yeah, you know what? 2 a day wasn't working for me. I have to go back to 1. And that's fine. I hope I can get into 2 a day. But if something happens and I have to go back to 1, I'll go back to 1. It is what it is. As always, my rain drops, make sure to eat, sleep, drink water, take your meds. Have a wonderful day or night. Link to my Discord server and socials are down in the description. Subscribe to see more of my content, and thank you so much for watching. And if I see any comments about me taking breaks and how I shouldn't be posting or going to posting 4 videos a day because I have 2 jobs, you're not me. I know my limits. It's why I'm not posting 4 videos a day, because I currently can't do that, because I need to, find the way to be able to do that. Thank you very much for, caring for me, but I am good. I'm fine. And do not make me take another break. That will break me. Unless you guys want me to leave for another year. Bye-bye.